As we come up on today's floor vote in the Senate on the passage of the Clarity Act, we need to again call out the banks for their gaslighting and their bullshit. It started with their attack on stablecoin rewards, which has been pretty much widely repudiated. And the Senate has basically said enough is enough. You're going to have to just accept what's coming. So now they're pivoting to a new scare tactic. The Bank Policy Institute released a post today calling out that on-chain money laundering grew from 10 billion in 2020 to 82 billion in 2025, and pointing to the fact that we need stricter money laundering laws when it comes to on-chain activity, and the Clarity Act needs to crack down and needs to prevent unhosted wallets. You know, that whole make your wallet your bank thing that I always talk about? Well, this is an assault on privacy and the freedom to transact by the banking lobby. What they leave out of their post and their statistics is kind of disingenuous, because they fail to acknowledge that banks are the number one facilitator of money laundering. Upwards of $1 trillion has been laundered through banks. And that while there has been an incremental increase in on-chain money laundering, it still accounts for a fraction of the total money laundering that exists. And that increase is obviously tethered to the incremental increase in people's adoption of blockchain technology since 2020. So that's not really a very strong argument the banks are making, but it's another scare tactic that they're trying to put out there as a means to protect their monopoly on how you custody and move your money, and to add more legal hurdles for the crypto industry to have to jump through in order to join those options for consumers. And that is frankly the epitome of just how scared they are and how they know that their way of doing things is threatened. So they've stepped it up, and they're trying to now make the money laundering thing the focus of this entire debate. Okay, let's take it on. Let's talk about it. I've been a criminal defense lawyer for nearly 30 years, and I've handled my fair share of money laundering and unlicensed money transmitter cases in federal court. I've seen all sides of it. I've seen how this stuff impacts the victims, and I've seen the criminal prosecutions. But what's interesting to observe is throughout all of this, yeah, the defendants go to prison for their behavior. The victims try to get restitution for their losses. The banks file their suspicious activity reports. And I talk about this all in my book, Make Your Wallet Your Bank, where I kind of observe that, hey, despite all of that, the banks get to keep their fees for facilitating that money laundering. I'm not saying that they're complicit in the money laundering, but they are the vehicle that is used